This is the $100 million blueprint. You make this shit happen every day. That's what I'm paying you guys to be able to do. Yes. As soon as you realize that, everything will change in your organization.
We're running the masterclass, which is part of one of the academies that we do. I'm just going to take you all behind the scenes before Joseph gets up on stage. So we will bring the clients through in the morning and get them registered in with Deirdre, and then we bring them through to the kitchen to have some teas and coffees before they start the day.
Morning, how are you? Nice to see you all. How's it going, guys? How you doing? Using third-party lead gen is very, very simple. It doesn't require you having to work with an agency. It doesn't require you having to make adverts. It doesn't require you having to understand the keywords and the conversions and optimize. It's just quite simply buying a lead. It's the most basic form of marketing that you can do, but in actual fact, one of the quickest and most effective forms of marketing. Don't chase a better lead. What do you want to do instead of chasing a better lead? Get better at sales. Yeah, let's give Darren a round of applause. Get better at sales. We are here at the 7-figure masterclass, and I've got these 3 fabulous ladies here for a training session while the customers are all being trained live in the event room. Now, at our events, they get an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to do more. And we've got 3 amazing products on the table right now. We've got the very special Marbella retreat happening in July, the launch of our new digital agency, Trade Pod, and we also have Millionaire Mastermind 2024. The whole concept of Millionaire Mastermind in a nutshell, does anybody know what it is?
Networking.
No.
No. Pause question. I was typing. No. The concept of Millionaire
Right, get out.
Millionaire Mastermind.
Come on, there you go. See, you knew the question. It was stored in there somewhere.
How to scale your business, I guess, isn't it?
No.
In a way.
The reason that we created Millionaire Mastermind was because when a business owner learns how to scale up, they've got cash flow and profit, then they need to learn how to become an investor, how to invest that money. So Millionaire Mastermind comes in and now teaches them how to invest to create wealth when they start making sales and more profit. So you're doing all of the core holes on sites, are you? On builder sites? Okay, cool. And do you see your business scaling based on winning more business, winning more building sites, or? More business, definitely. You need to find the way to get to the decision makers on the building sites, and that's using LinkedIn. You can search contracts managers, and then every single contracts manager comes up with that job type, and you go and befriend them all. Boom, 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 boom. Then you go and drop them all a DM, and then you put content out on your LinkedIn feed that relates to what you do. Then they're going to connect the dots, and then you're going to be able to set up meetings. You've got to be consistent. Like, that's the most important thing. It's like you can't just send one DM and then expect that you're going to win a contract. You've got to do the outreach, and then you've just got to show up at the time when they need you as well, because they might say, we don't need you right now, we've already got the contractor, but you've got to keep touching base with them. And B2B is a longer approach, but that is the model that you need to do to win B2B stuff. It's a relationship game, isn't it? And then if you move into domestic, it's a much faster game, it's a shorter game. What you've got to do is you've got to know when to quit as well as when to keep going, yeah? Because in every business model, there's a ceiling. And if you see this core drilling business as a ceiling, now just because you're good at it, it doesn't mean you got to stay doing it, yeah? There comes a point in time where you have to go, this model's only going to take me this far. Not that I couldn't make it work, but it would be pointless putting all that time and energy into it. And actually, if I go and learn a new business model, or if I go and do this, that's going to take me to the next level. And knowing when to get out of an opportunity vehicle and get into a new one is as important as knowing when to keep going.
Can I have a second of your time?
Of course, go for it.
I want to say thank you for you.
Yeah.
For creating this opportunity and amazing company.
Thank you.
Giving us all the opportunity to learn from the best.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I want to say thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you. So we had a really fantastic start to the day, big event that we're running today, the 7-figure masterclass, where we teach marketing, sales, operations and finance. And it was really nice to see all of the customers and meet many of them for the first time. And there was a gentleman that approached me on stage and, it's just had fantastic results and he's super motivated and very grateful. And, it's so nice to be around the customers and hear how much of an impact Trade Mastermind has had, and the processes and the products and services that we've built are changing lives out there in the market. marketplace, it really does remind you how important this business is and how much of a great job it's doing for our customers. So really good day. There's a lot of great stuff happening in my organisation, and I've got a plan to get in today and to create a lot of efficiency within the business. I love it when a manager goes on holiday because I get to go into their department and I get to see what's working and what isn't working. I am going into the business today to look to make redundancies in roles, consolidate roles, so I can free up the people to give them additional tasks or move them into a new team. Right, morning everyone, how's it going? Good stuff, stop what you're doing, we're gonna have our huddle now, yeah? All right, so let's go to confirmations then. How many people have you got confirmed?
So 53 now.
53 out of 98.
Yeah. And then for the masterclasses keep going up after the message last night.
How many's gone up now?
It was 44 and now it's 53, so it's keep going.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 53? Whenever I see two numbers that are identical, I question.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's 54 now.
See, there you go, update the list. I'm not just a pretty face. I was going to do a sales training, a marketing day that was really popular, because another big lead for Trade Pod would be off the back of and Trade Social off the back of a marketing workshop. Oh. Coming into a brainstorm, flagging like fuck is hard as fuck. I think you just need a hook on the right hand side, yeah, and then you need a QR code. Maybe like a famous quote around brand. What's a famous branding quote? I know Jeff Bezos says the one about, you know, your brand's what people say about you when you're not in the room type thing. We could try the hooks, haven't we, and see what call to actions we get, basically. Did we get anything from from Mick Norris? Maybe you just want a testimonial from him. I use Trade Pod. I use Trade Pod and it got me to number 12 in the world. You don't mind me copying your accent, Mick, I know that. Got me to number 12 in business, bay. Which from? I don't know. Somewhere up north. That was more Scottish. You've gone too far now. The Bolton? I can't do it. He's doing my podcast, Joe.
Podcasting media easy.
This time on Millionaire Mastermind, everyone's going to Marbella.
That's horrendous. You give it a go, go on.
You said what I was thinking.
What it sounds like, I
That sounded like Big Brother, didn't it? How many solar installs were you doing this time 2 years ago?
None.
0! And now he's taken himself to doing $500,000 a month, a £6 million business, yeah? This time 2 years ago, you were doing what, 190 turnover a year? Do a Q&A after and ask Chris how he's gone from where he was to doing the numbers that he's done now, because this is the blueprint. If you follow the Trade Mastermind 7-figure business builder blueprint, it works. So he's literally in the last 2 years lived and breathed the growth that everybody wants to go on. Would you agree? Yeah, so he's on the ground doing it, building it. So make sure you leverage him. You've done an incredible job, Chris. I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've absolutely smashed it. So at the end of the 12 months, each one of you guys is going to have an official graduation ceremony at a black tie dinner that we are going to run. So some of you might be here for the first time and some of you might be on your 9th month here. Those graduation dinners that run quarterly, you'll be able to access those dinners, okay, and you'll be able to bid farewell to the guys that are leaving the academy, but you're also going to be able to network with everybody on all of our academies. But there is a caveat. And what do we think that caveat is to getting access to these dinners? Showing up. You've got to show up. And we will give you one chance to miss one of the academy days, and if you miss it, you have to re-watch the module, and my team will be tracking this, and they will be contacting you, and they'll make sure you do it, because we want to make sure you learn the stuff. And unless it's a major emergency, would you all agree there's no reason why you shouldn't be here? So you've all invested. Okay, you've all bought the training, so just make sure you get the most out of it. And as a business, we've increased our costs, our time and investment into the academies because we want to make sure that you are getting the most out of this. Get the angle right. I think this would be great to go in your brochure. You put the renewable radio, and then you can put those logos in there, and then that'll go in there, and you can put that on your website, and they can download the renewable radio off the website. Because that'll look fucking so good. Imagine you going out and doing the quotes here. No one's going to have their own radio station or their own YouTube show, and they're not going to be able to put those logos. So automatically you see that, and it's the trust mark of approval, isn't it? Is that stamp of approval. So make sure you're advertising it on the literature. You know, what you want to try and do is get your audience up by proactively marketing it. Like when you launch, email to your database of existing customers, and you know, make sure that the link's going out, because you could even do a show specifically about what to expect from a solar quotation and survey and all of that type of stuff that can be used as sales assets to go out. A shot of you with this screen and the green of you sat up there. So you're there and the screens are on the back with the green here, and underneath it's download the podcast. Imagine how good that will look. They'll be like, this guy's not messing around. Excellent, good to see you, champ. Anyway, your certificate's next door. So if we could just set some actions, would you be all right just to take these, Chris? So number one is, which I wanted up on the screens, was the databases. They've got databases that should be up on the screen in that telesales department, yeah? So they're coming in and looking at, these are the thousands of the leads that we've got, yeah? So email strategy, social media strategy, because that absolutely is free. And that should be leveraged to the fucking hill every single day. DMs, stories, lives. It needs to be a fucking everyday function handled by you.
Can I just say as well, when we first stopped buying leads, we were still getting website leads coming through. Is that seems to have dried up now? What's the crack with that?
So you took the words out of my mouth. The next we need is a website strategy. And what I want is Google Analytics live up on the TV on the screen, so we can see who's on the website, because people are visiting the website in real time. The chat bot should be going off on the website, the live chat. I don't know who's manning that at this moment in time, but that should be done reactively and being manned. And if it ain't going off, then we've got no one on our website.
Is there no text budget even for Entrepreneur?
Me giving you money to send a text message doesn't need to be done by somebody of your salary. I don't need you of a level to write a text on ChatGPT and then pay spend. What's clear is that you guys aren't doing any marketing. You guys just facilitating a paid fucking ChatGPT message is not a marketing function. I can do that myself, or I can get him to do it, or I can get Jordan, I can get him to do it. You guys aren't working hard to generate the leads. The paid media isn't cared about. The whole point of the Facebook stuff is no one really cared about it and cared about the conversion rate, because the graph didn't go in to fucking generate the leads. So I'm not willing to put any paid advertising in until I have seen what you as a marketeer can do and what Tamara as a marketeer can do. As a marketeer, I'm not talking as a paid person, I'm talking as a marketeer. Yeah, we don't have budget at the minute, so the answer's no. Okay, Lead Forensics used to generate about 50 leads a day off the website. You pulled off all of the data that was on the website and give you the name and everything else. Not all of it was construction traffic. Pardon? Cool. Well, you've spent a few months building a new website, so I'm hoping it's going to go fucking right up. If you're any good, right, then you will go and make this work. If you're not any good, you'll need $1,000 a day to spend on text messages, and you'll just chat GP text messages, which is not going to make you a marketeer. You getting good is about being able to go out into the marketplace and make some shit happen. Be creative. That's what it needs. We need someone like me on the fucking thing. You're like me. You need to be out there thinking of ideas, putting stuff into the marketplace, testing, being on it all day, every fucking day, making some shit happen. What is it with you and saying fucking minimal to everything? Every strategy you come out with, you start saying fucking minimal at the end of it. Why are you Mr. fucking minimal? I thought you were Mr. fucking abundance. You're fucking Mr. fucking minimal. Everything's it can't be done. Do you know what Google is? The largest fucking search engine on the planet. So now you're telling me it's fucking minimal. What are you telling me? Be creative marketeers then and find a way to redirect that traffic cheaper from a different way than doing a search volume. How do you do it if you don't do keyword search? How do you get traffic if you do construction traffic without keyword search? Yeah, okay, so what about you guys running a Facebook ad with just a brand campaign, which is pence per views, and then in the comments putting in a landing page and getting them to convert there? Have you tried that? No. Why not? We aren't thinking outside the box. That's why you haven't done it. Okay, but would that not work the same? No. Why not? Have you ever tried that ever in your career? Have you ever tried it in your career, yes or no? Have you ever tried it, yes or no? Okay, there you go. So what are you saying no for?
Because you can't put links in comments.
Okay, fine. You can't put links in comments, is that right? Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. What do you mean you can't put links in comments? You bloody well can. I'll put loads of links in comments. So that's a strategy that we've got to work around. That's the sort of mindset I need you coming with tomorrow, is how do we get cheap traffic? If we run in a brand campaign and on the thing it says go to our DMs and send us a lead. Now, granted, we all know that they're not going to be as many as a landing page, but our DMs might start popping off for a few pence and you might be able to push the views to 500,000 people. I'm not against paid ads. I'm against paying £100 a lead. It's not viable. We can't run it. It's not sustainable. So what we've got to use is traffic, yeah?
It's not linkable.
Okay, but just like on YouTube, you can still pin that. Can you pin in Facebook ads?
Pin a comment?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, can you pin? If you can pin, all you got to do is copy and paste this link and go and fucking click here for a chance to win X. And you can test fucking every campaign that's cheap is what we need. We need cheap leads.
Yeah, so she just had a virtual. It looks like she's closed it.
Woo!
It's not in the bank yet.
That's it. You ain't getting a high five again now. You blew it. Okay, so these are our weekly strategic boards, and for once you're not going to hear me talk. I don't host these meetings, so I'm going to hand over to our chairman, Mr. Mike Green.
Last week we talked a lot about changing the meeting format, changing the number of meetings, changing the pricing, and looking at the commission and incentive structure. So it was a great meeting, but because of that we didn't get into some other things that are really important that we need to nail down today. So in terms of agenda, first I want to start on sales to date for the month and sales last week specifically. We said about moving to 2 meetings per week. Has that happened? Tony and Monique moving to virtual sales. Have we set them targets? I know that they've started today, but have they got clear targets for that daily and monthly? An update on the auto dialer system that Richard was going to get functioning by Wednesday. How did that meeting go? Did you sign off the new system? Have we locked in the goals now for June? Turnover, number of events, recruitment, lead gen, finance, cash flow, board dates and strategy.
What I've had put upstairs on all of the tables is the frame. Have you got a sales strategy? If I was doing your job right now, I'd just be straight on the call. All right, let me just quickly ask you these things. If you're not interested in growing right now, have you got these in place? Just let me check. Just to give me and you peace of mind. By 3 questions in, you've already stripped them down. Now you can create the value of why the appointment's needed, yeah? Those 12 modules are the hooks every time that you can, if you get through those, by the end of it, we know they've only got 1 to 2 of them, if that. Yeah, so you've created massive value. Does that make sense? Yeah, they're now in a position where they can do the presentation. You've got the relevant presentation, which is the one that I'd already set up for you. And what was clear was that the presentation that I'd set up is probably overkill for the events, because the events aren't about necessarily representing the whole process, because at that, and I'm also having this process being made right now to be put onto the slides. So this brochure will make part of the presentation. So you guys repitching the brochure, this is made, this process here is designed for appointment booked and pitch from start to finish. Taken from somebody from an appointment to closing the deal. It's not designed from taking somebody that's had 4 hours of pitching effectively, that's already 90% closed, to then reclose. So I'm pleased I've made it because it fits in absolutely perfect for here. The only slide missing currently for you guys is the payment structure. yeah, of the product offer, which I'm having made at the moment. So like I said to you guys last week, I've been working in the customer accounts department now for nearly a whole week, gone in there, restructured the whole department, put in new processes around sales, retention, and customer service and support. I found lots of efficiency within the team, redistributed tasks, and I've been able to pull one team member out of that department and redirect them into sales, which has been a great move, and I've got one more person to move. So I've made the department hyper efficient, really, really efficient, which is excellent. Sadie, what I need, yeah, is something to go up into that thing immediately. The door keep opening and closing is very irritating. I mean, I had a lovely setup and they've chucked all the boards away of what was in here, yeah, and they put them all in the warehouse. All them dividers that I went and found have all been fucking chucked away. What I'd suggest is an easy thing to do, yeah, to start with. I don't know, maybe some sort of curtain or something to try and stop the noise and block off the traffic. It's easy to put a curtain pole up there, isn't it? And just to run a curtain across that gap.
It's not that easy.
Why not? All you got to do is get a curtain pole, yeah, and stick it across here, right? You put a little noggin on there and you put a curtain pole across there. And a nice big long thick curtain. And it just segregates it. It will be a little bit reduced and it will cut the distractions. I'm not bothered about the curtain colour, but it just needs to be floor to ceiling, thick curtain.
They're quite expensive though, curtains.
Well, stick a bed sheet up there then, Claudia, whatever. If we can get a little makeshift wall put up, you get a little plasterboard wall with a door put up there, knocked up in no time, Sadie. Off one of the, we must have someone in the academy that can whip it up. For a few £100, they'll be able to knock up a wall and a door. This is my private community. You're going to get access to a whole host of benefits. We're going to give you daily business insights in the group, in the community. We're going to give you deleted scenes and stuff from behind the scenes that nobody else has ever seen. And I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to join me at the JV meetup. Right, Claudia, come with me for a minute, please. Oh, sorry. What are you up to in here, Rich, with the lights off? What sort of kinky market meeting you having in here? Yeah? You see what he's up to in there?
There's no service either. It's like the whole country went dark right now.
Oh, really?
I don't know if
mine's on E.
Yeah, so I think like all around this area everything went down.
How strange. You got any candles, Abby?
No. Why me though? Am I that romantic?
Get to the fucking shop and get yourself some toilet roll. Every man for himself!
Joe, Russia's here.
Get up! Eat up!
Joe,
What?
I said Russia's here. I said,
I've not got enough
you
meat
girls
on
wanted
you
to be independent.
There he is, I knew it was a spy.
He goes, look,
Look
I
at
like
him
your
there.
red one.
Claims to be Polish. I know a Russian when I see one. Yeah. Well, I've got no signal.
No,
Yeah,
no,
nothing.
signals on everything. Joe, hopefully you prepared with a bunker for us. Loads of food in.
And a sauna.
I'm hungry.
I'm completely dead. I've got no signal.
Right, no, real question. Can I buy from Tesco's or will that not work?
You can't buy anything from Tesco if their network isn't
That's what
working.
I'm asking.
This
So
is the
yeah,
thing,
that was the answer I was looking for.
I've got the example
Have you got
there.
cash?
I need a meal deal.
If the world
The only currency in this new world. Okay, I've been waiting for this moment. We've had an EMP strike. Yeah. The Russians have got us. Signals are down. I needed something to freshen things up. I was getting a bit bored of life anyway. Now everyone, on the last day of lockdown, I already got a shopping load of trolleys and a load of weapons, and I was planning to take over Kitson House and barricade the doors, and then I was gonna run it as a.
Why does this feel like a
I was
boring kitchen conversation?
I was gonna run it as a gang. I was gonna take over the territory.
I'll get a little balaclava.
I know. No one comes in and out of this door. We got new checkpoints. This is our new fortress and stronghold. Anyway, I'm going shop, so.
What are you getting?
We're going to
I'm
bunker.
going for weapons.
Can you get us some food, please?
Please, sir,
Please,
can I have
sir.
some more?
Right, are you guys prepared? The Russians are coming. The what? If your signal's down on your phones, everything's on power cut.
Brilliant.
Yeah, are all your phones down? Yeah?
Yep.
Are you ready? Welcome to the Valente army. You are now a sniper. Welcome to the Valente army. You are now a gunner. Welcome to the Valente army. You are now a data specialist. Welcome to the Valente army. You are now a torturer. Welcome to the Valente army. You are now a fat bastard. Squadron leader. Yeah. So here's my plan. What we're going to do is this is going to be our new stronghold and fortress. Yeah. So we need to go out and gather food and water as much as possible and bring it back here. This is going to be the new camp. We've got to set up defensive positions on every line. Yeah. New leaders of the new world will emerge. Could you imagine if that was actually real and everything just changed in an instant? If we just got bombed in London and then that was it, and all of a sudden now it went from joke to, oh my God, what are we going to do?
That will probably be the actual scenario if that actually happens. We'll joke for 20 minutes and then realize, oh no.
No one goes in or out without my say-so. No access to social media, the networks have gone down. We'll know from the shop whether they're taking card or not.
So we brought food and weapons. Are you ready for the Armageddon?
We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. We're scared. We're going to barricade the doors. James is going to take the back door. We're going to take the front door.
The first line of defence.
First line of defence. Trade Mastermind. Monique's going to get all the food out the canteen. She's going to get all the toilet rolls from Tesco's. Karen. We have Lithuanian. We have Romanian. We have Turkish. We have English. So whatever country is invading us, we'll send in that person, a representative, to try and save us.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the UFB family. I really appreciate you continuing to support the show.
We're doing our Euros 2024 TM football draw. So each department is going to pick a football team or 6 teams for the Euros 2024. So let's go team! Yay!
France!
Oh! Right, this is our last pick, Joseph. Our last pick. Hit good.
Come on, Italia!
Come on!
Serbia!